I'm here at Marriott's Ocean Point to talk about villa requests. Should you be making them? What you may be missing out on? Are you getting the villas you want? Let's talk about it right after this. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy. We're going to jump into this video today talking about villa requests and why you need to make sure you're making them ahead of your trip. What you need to do, some tips you need to know, and some general information on villa assignment priority at many timeshare resort properties. But before we do, I want to let you know on this channel, I provide my knowledge, tips, and advice to help you get the most from your timeshare ownership. But even if you don't own timeshare, but you love visiting fantastic resort properties, I do villa tours, resort reviews, timeshare news, timeshare commentary as well. So be sure to stick around, hit that subscribe button down below, and also click on that notification bell and you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. So let's jump into this timeshare villa assignments, timeshare priority, and why you need to be making villa requests ahead of your next trip. Okay, so what exactly are villa requests? Well, kind of the one common theme that you see if you follow any of the Facebook groups, TUG, the timeshare forums, that type of thing. Common theme you'll notice is when people are getting ready to go on a timeshare vacation, they're asking, hey, what is the best villa request to make? What is the best villa to stay in? What is the best location at a resort? And the reason they're doing that is so they can place villa requests when they're going on their trip, so they know that they have a great villa. Now, obviously, you're only going to get the villa view and category that you booked. So if you booked an ocean view, you're only going to get an ocean view. If you booked a garden view, that's all you're likely going to get. If you booked an oceanfront, you're going to get an oceanfront. But keep in mind, within those view categories, you have some really crappy views and you have some really great views. Obviously, oceanfront, low floors might not be as good as high floor villas. So you need to keep that in mind, that if you want those better views, you need to be making villa requests, because if you're not, the people that are, and those that are also asking for better views, better villas in the view category that they booked, they're more likely to get them than somebody who doesn't seem to care because they never called, they never sent an email, or they never filled out the form. So how exactly do resorts take villa requests? Well, there's several different ways. Usually, most often what we do is a few weeks before our trip, we call up the resort, just talk to them at the front desk. Maybe they have a villa assignment coordinator that they will reroute our call to. But in a lot of cases, they just make a note on our reservation for what it is that we've asked for. Another way is, usually Marriott resorts anyway, send out an email ahead of time, kind of asking for some general preferences. Maybe also some things like maybe you need a pack and play, maybe you need a high chair in the room, those kinds of things, what other type of activities you might want to book ahead of your stay. But they usually also ask for villa preferences. They might just give you kind of like a little form to fill out, a couple drop downs like high floor or close to the elevator. But most often there's also a little box there that you can fill out and type in kind of exactly what you want. Now keep in mind, villa requests are never guaranteed, never, ever, ever guaranteed. You might make a request for a high floor and then arrive and you're going to get a low floor. There is no guarantee other than specifically what you booked, the view category and size of villa. So what are the kinds of things that people ask for when they make villa requests? Well, I've kind of mentioned some of them already. Like you have high floor, low floor. Maybe they want to be close to an elevator, or maybe they want to be close to a specific pool. Maybe they want to be near the kids' pool. Maybe they want to be near the quiet pool. Some resorts are huge, and many of them have multiple pools. So asking for a specific building is sometimes also done, although a lot of resorts do not take specific building requests. So ahead of your trip, you want to take a look at the resort map. Get a feel for how the resort is laid out, where different buildings are, that kind of thing. Just kind of get an idea where you might want to be. Then, like I said, call up the resort, or even sometimes you can go online. Vistana has a way you can make a request online, but for the most part, I find calling the resort is the easiest thing, or working through that kind of pre-arrival email that arrives from many of the resorts, Marriott kind of more specifically. And just get an idea of where you want to be in the resort and simply let them know. I mean, if you let them know, chances are they're going to really do their best to try and fulfill your request. Like I said, though, nothing's guaranteed, but you're at least a step ahead of that person that did not call at all. So now let's talk a little bit about how villa requests are fulfilled and kind of what we call the pecking order for filling these requests. Obviously, a lot of resorts are huge. They probably do get quite a few villa requests ahead of people's stays for every week that people are arriving, and they can only fulfill so many, and they kind of do have to put them in an order and fulfill certain ones before another. So what is that kind of priority or pecking order that we call it? And usually it starts out with owners of multiple weeks at a resort. So they're home resort owners staying there on a home resort reservation, and they're probably staying for multiple weeks. They're usually going to be pretty close to the top of the list. Then just below that, you're probably going to find other owners that are maybe just staying on a short stay. Maybe they're just staying for a week, that kind of thing. So they'll probably have their villa requests fulfilled next. Then probably what you'll find is people that are staying at the resort that have kind of booked through maybe the resort system's mini system. And what I mean by mini system is kind of Marriott Vacation Club. Maybe they've booked internally. They're a Marriott owner booking into another Marriott resort, whether it maybe be with Destination Club points or even through Interval International. So they kind of use other Marriott owners, and they kind of take other Marriott owners that are booked into a Marriott resort and kind of place them kind of next on the list. Then a little bit further down, you have other people that are maybe exchanging in on a timeshare stay. And then below that, you probably have kind of people just renting a cash night. Maybe they booked on Marriott.com and they're coming here for whether it be a week or whether it just be a day or two. They're probably going to be next down the list. Now, every resort kind of does this a little bit differently. Some of the ones in Hilton Head Island kind of have a rotational system for assigning those best villas. One year, you'll get a great villa. The next year, you won't get one that's as great. And they kind of just rotate, so all owners kind of have a fair chance at least staying in a great villa at some point in their timeshare ownership lifetime. So there it is, villa requests, how to go about it, and a little bit more information about how they're fulfilled. I'd like to know your thoughts on this. Have you had your villa requests fulfilled? Have you even been submitting villa requests ahead of your stay? Let me know all about it down in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos all about timeshare, check out the description box below. And for another timeshare tip video, check out this one right up here and YouTube. They think you'll like that one down there. Be sure to subscribe. You can do so by clicking on my picture right here. Hit that notification bell. And until next time, remember, the best memories are made in a timeshare.